Good to see everyone today. Hope everyone's doing well, especially you guys that travel back from the West Coast. Appreciate you guys being here. Just looking forward to us throughout this bye week. You know, it's a great opportunity for us as coaches to kind of dive deep into some of the things that you really wouldn't have had time to because you're doing so much game planning. But now I got a full week to kind of really just look at ourselves and figure out ways just to get better. Really encouraged, like I've said before, by what our guys are doing. I think our guys are playing hard. Our guys are executing, but we gotta find that consistency, and that's the one thing that we're looking for out of our units. Questions?
Chris, I think total now for field goal misses, I think it's 5 now.
Mm-hmm.
Has there been a trend, a theme to it? Because at this point, we don't usually see that many at this point in the season for you guys.
You know, I don't think it's a trend or a theme. I think, like I said before, every kick's different, right? Every situation is different, and I think when it comes down to what we had the blocks, those things are fundamental things that we as coaches we can get fixed up, we get cleaned up, and then we kind of take those things away. As far as the kick, those come down to little detailed things. So there's a lot of differences in between the kicks, but I don't think it's a problem. I still think we got the greatest kicker in football, that I could tell you, and we'll put him out there at whenever we need him or whenever we say so. So I think we're going to be okay. We'll keep putting him out there, and we'll keep working and just fine tune what we do.
John said last night that there was some rush, right? Administrative things had you guys scrambling or rushing. What was that all about?
What I think, Bo. I think one of the things, when those guys get out there, there's a lot of nuance to it, right? We score on offense. There's a big play, and there's some guys that are on the field goal team that are also on the offensive line. So if those guys are over there celebrating, then also when they spot the ball, all right, what's the play clock? And honestly, I think we got to just do a better job of kind of handling that as well ourselves, managing the play clock, getting ourselves out there so we're not putting ourselves in those situations. We go out there, we take our time, we kick the ball, we make the kick. So I think those are also some things we can take care of.
Other than that, do you think certain things operationally need to improve around the kick? Is there too much pressure at times along the edges? Well, did you feel that yesterday, early in the game, that a couple of those early kicks, there was a little too much pressure on the edge, or no? Are you okay with how the blocking stuff is holding out?
No, I think the blocking last night was great. I think from the outside view, looking in on the field, that edge player looks close, but when you watch the tape, that guy's nowhere around the ball. So that's easy to spot on the tape. But when you sit back and you watch the tape, there's no pressure. There's no pressure there. Our operation has been smooth all year with our times and things like that. So those guys are getting a kickoff to our standard. So that will remain the same.
But Justin knows every little detail to every kick. Did you talk to him? Do you feel like he mishit the ball, or do you think it was kind of a rush? Do you feel like he was just a little rushed?
I think on that last one, the one that he missed, he felt rushed. When you look at the play clock and the timing of the play, with the operation, it's one of those things we got to get out there and we have to see that play clock. That's part of our job. It's part of what Jordan does. Part of what he does. He sees that play clock, so we're not in those situations.
How do you feel your protection and coverage units have performed starting from week 1 to now, especially when you're going up against the Chargers, who have a top 5 special teams unit?
I thought last night outside of the punt return we gave up, we cover the kick. We tackle them inside the 20, right? We hadn't put many balls in play. We get down there, we cover that ball. I think when you watch that punt return play, we got guys in position. We just got to go make those plays. And there's some things when those guys get back, we'll talk about, we'll watch. But I think we're doing a good job. We've gotten better. We continue to get better, and we will get better throughout these next 5 weeks. There's a lot more room for improvement between our guys, and we'll start to play the kind of ball that we want to play. We just got to find some consistency. There's some good, and then we might hit a bump in the road, but we're not like discouraged by what's happening, because these men are really putting their foot forward and giving everything they can with effort, with execution, and then there might be a little breakdown. So those are things we can get fixed up.
How frustrated do you get that? You've mentioned this consistency 2 or 3 times here. How frustrating is that for you that it's not there?
I don't think I necessarily get frustrated. I think I just try to remind the guys of what the standard is, right, and what the standard has been. And I think when they understand that, and we continue to show them that, they'll get to that, they'll get back to that level of where we want to get to. So I don't think I necessarily get frustrated, because it's my job to coach them, right, and try to get them to that point. And as a coach, that's just not what I do. It's just like, hey, we got to do this better, and I know we can do it. So why aren't we doing it? I kind of ask those kind of questions, like, did I say something in the meeting? I kind of always bring it back to me and then put it on them when they go out there and play. So no, there's no frustration at all.
12 weeks into the season, how would you evaluate Jordan Stout's second season?
Again, I think it's been up and down. And then we're just trying to find that. Put those games back to back. But I think Jordan's doing a great job. Last night he punted the ball. He punted the ball great. That ball was 2 yards from the sideline. That's a ball we don't want to get back to the field. So how can we make that better? I think Jordan's doing a great job from year one to year two. And I think Randy and Sam have really done a good job with him.
All set?
Cool.
All right, thank you.
Thanks, guys.